When In Living Color first aired in April 1990 on Fox, it brought a breath of fresh air, not only to the network, but to the genre of sketch comedy as a whole. After seeing I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, Fox approached Keenen Ivory Wayans to create a show for their network, and he would be given total creative control. Wayans decided to create a sketch show similar to Saturday Night Live, but on this show, they would take more chances and cast a more diverse group of comedians. Thus, In Living Color was born and was an instant hit. The show introduced audiences to Jim Carrey, Tommy Davidson, David Alan Grier, Damon Wayans, Jamie Foxx, and more. Every ensemble sketch show goes through periods of reshuffling the cast. Even though In Living Color only lasted 5 seasons, they weren't exempt from this practice. Sometimes, the talent and producers don't see eye to eye, which causes tension backstage. Eventually, the tension becomes so evident that only one can last on set. Many would be surprised to find that former cast member Kim Coles and Keenen Ivory Wayans didn't always see things the same way, which eventually led to Coles' departure at the end of the first season. Here's why Kim Coles was fired from In Living Color. According to the Orlando Sentinel, Kim Coles began doing stand-up comedy around 1984 after she killed it in front of an audience at a Big Beautiful Woman beauty contest in Atlantic City, New Jersey. That was my first comedy gig ever. It won me the first runner-up in the contest, and that's when I said, oh, comedy is the way to go. Once I saw the reaction of the audience, I knew this is what I wanted to do. In addition to finding her passion for comedy, Coles also did not want to compete in another plus-size beauty contest, which caused her to diet and lose 50 pounds. While Cole hit the gym, she also continued to hit the stage, and Coles quickly found success with audiences, getting the chance to perform on shows like Showtime at the Apollo and Star Search. Cole was a regular at the comic strip in New York City. She was doing the opening act for Sinbad's Roadshow and even worked as a warm-up comedian for The Cosby Show. Cole's abilities to please an audience via stand-up worked in her favor, as that's what caught the attention of Keenen Ivory Wayans. I got the show because of my stand-up. Keenen was looking specifically for stand-up comedians who could perform as actors or sketch comedy people. In Living Color would be Cole's big break, and she wasn't the only one, as the show would introduce several future legends to the mainstream on a weekly basis. On the show, Coles was known for her impressions of Robin Givens, Marla Gibbs, and downtown Julie Brown. The success of In Living Color could not be understated. It was an immediate hit with the audiences, showing them something they've never seen before on network TV. The first season even won an Emmy for Outstanding Variety Series. However, after only 1 season on the show, Coles was let go from her contract and didn't return for season 2. Many speculated the reasons why. There were rumors that Coles was fired after having an affair with Keenen Ivory Wayans. Cole would constantly have to deny these reports. In a 1992 interview, Cole jokingly revealed some of the crazy things strangers have said to her after her departure from the show. So I heard you were on crack cocaine, and I heard you had Keenan's baby and then dogged him. According to a 1992 article in the Chicago Tribune, Cole says her agent called her one Saturday evening to tell her she was fired from the show. Later, Coles learned that Wayans did not think she was versatile enough. She disagrees. How could I show my versatility if I wasn't able to perform? Coles felt that Keenen had sometimes overlooked her in favor of his sister, Kim. Now that I look back on it, it became evident that, and I'll try to be nice, it was Keenan's job to make his sister Kim Wayans a star. I'm not trying to say I'm the best stand-up comic out there. I'm not, but I've seen Kim before, and in my opinion, she isn't very good. And for the record, I would say this to her face. Keenen would take things right out of my hand and give it to her. Writers write, but he cast the show. We'd sit around the table and he'd divide it out. Kim, you read this. You do so-and-so, you do so-and-so. Kim does take some of the blame for her exit. According to the Baltimore Sun, instead of fighting for the sketches she believed in, she claims that she'd sit in her dressing room and cry. Looking back on her time on the show, Cole said, "It's a show designed for and by men. Most of the work is written for the men. That's the way Keenen is. He's very male-oriented. I don't want to say macho. He doesn't hate women, but he's a man and absolutely comes from a man's perspective." That's the first complaint. Secondly, any work that was given to the women, most of it went to 2 of the women, which were his sister and Kelly Cofield. That's just developed as a pattern on and on and on. Despite the way she left In Living Color, Cole says she learned a lot from her experience. After her abrupt exit from the show, Cole made a guest appearance in the show Martin and had a small role in the film Strictly Business. In addition to this, Coles found herself in the middle of a holding deal with NBC. In the industry, a holding deal is when executives from a network identify a talent, but they do not have the right show or movie lined up for the talent. The network would pay the talent to not accept work from any other studio for a certain amount of time. Coles was getting paid for not being on TV. Unfortunately, the network never found a suitable vehicle for Coles, and she was eventually let go. Coles was now officially unemployed. The timing of the situation worked out just as Yvette Denise Lee had her eyes set on Coles. Lee is the creator of Living Single, and Kim was her first choice for the role of Sinclair. We knew the kind of character we wanted, which was a lot like the person Kim is on stage. Someone who could give us innocence and naivete and make it funny. Living Single would debut on Fox in August 1993, and Coles was cast as Sinclair James, Khadijah's cousins who worked as a receptionist but had dreams of being an actress. Sinclair was lovable, childlike, innocent, naive, and always looked on the bright side of things. Coles resonated with the character and felt right at home when she accepted the part. The show was about being young and deciding the next step in your life. It's also about how your friends can help you get there and sometimes keep you from taking the wrong step. Each one helps the other keep their feet on the ground. I'm sure all women can relate to this. Living Single would last 5 seasons, air over 100 episodes, and made its sign off in January of 1998. Getting the opportunity to be on one groundbreaking show is a lifelong dream for many actors, and sometimes that doesn't even come to fruition. Coles was blessed to go from one iconic show to another, making her a legend when it comes to Black comedic talent. Kim leaving In Living Color was a blessing in disguise that she needed to co-star in another beloved sitcom on the same network. If Kim had stayed on In Living Color, it's possible that she wouldn't have joined the cast of Living Single. Coles won an NAACP Image Award for her performance as Sinclair James Jones. Her firing from In Living Color and her hiring for Living Single might have given her the opportunity to showcase the versatility that Wayne said she was missing. Stay up to date with the latest news in comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel and follow Comedy Hype across all social media platforms.